So here's all this stuff. It's amassed. It's in your vortex. It's there for you. We see it. We love it. We benefit from it. We thank you for putting it there. We revel in the expansion of the universe, while you often complain that it hasn't shown up yet in the way you want it to. So you've got to find some way of positioning yourself vibrationally so that what's in your vortex can come to where you are. So we are presenting to you, we've been doing it for a while, and we're writing the book, The Grid, so that you can get the sense of the grid meaning your point of attraction. Because you've created a vibrational version of you that is beautiful to behold. But most of you are not even coming close to living the vibrational version that you've created because you're so busy, we love you so much, sloppily observing anything and everything around you, rather than deliberately preparing your point of attraction, deliberately preparing your grid so that what's in the vortex can flow into it. And when it starts flowing, oh, you know it. It flows with ideas. It flows with energy, vitality, we mean. But it also flows with rendezvous. It flows with things just seeming to come out of the blue. It flows with phone contacts. It flows with money coming to you in unexpected ways. It flows to you in promotions. It flows to you in good impulses when you drive. It flows to you in bodily conditions. It flows to you in physical vitality. It flows. Your grid is filling in all the time. But when you have deliberately sifted through data, when you have consciously launched a rocket, when you have consciously acknowledged that you want this thing that you don't yet have, but you believe you can have it because you know the laws of the universe, and you believe in your ability to focus yourself into a grid perspective that will allow the movement of it from the vortex into your reality. Because you know all of these things, now, when contrast comes, you say, oh good, more rockets to launch. And as the rockets are launching, you say, oh, that felt good. Can't hold it because I'm not used to practicing it. Oh, it felt really good. No, it doesn't feel so good anymore. I really liked wanting that for a minute till I realized I don't have it. Do you remember those fresh desires when you were kids before your parents crushed your dreams? Do you remember when you believed in your own ability to create? Do you remember when you thought the world was on your side before so many convinced you that they weren't? That fresh flowing of desire. We want to help you to restore yourself to that. So you launch this rocket of desire, and then you recognize, because now you're more sensitive. You know that you want it, but you're not in alignment with it. And every thought that you think that contradicts what you want will give you an emotional feedback that will let you to know, this is what I'm doing. This is that thing I do. Right here, right now. I'm catching myself in the act. Jerry and Esther had chickens years ago, and they remember going out to the hen house one night. They'd forgotten to close it up. They like to close it up at night so that things didn't come and eat the eggs in the night. And there was a possum in the nest with egg all over its face. He looked so guilty. So negative emotion is you catching yourself in the act with egg all over your face. That you are in this moment defeating, that's too strong a word, well, we'll use it anyway, defeating, trampling, killing, pulling the wings off the flies of your desires. In other words, it's what you're doing. You're holding yourself in vibrational dissonance with the very things that you want, and the negative emotion is your glorious indicator that you're doing it now. You're doing it now. Esther's got easy buttons all over the house. That was easy, that was easy, that was easy, that was easy, that was easy. She's thinking about getting one. You're doing it now. You're doing it now because you are aware, when you know what negative emotion means, that you are in that place where you are not holding it off forever, not defeating it, but certainly slowing it down. Slowing what down? Slowing down your ability to stand, begin again. You have created a grid. You're standing in the middle of your grid all the time. You've created a grid that is keeping you from being keenly aware of the most productive, most fun, path of least resistance step toward whatever things that you are wanting that are in your vortex. You see how it works? You are the creator of your own reality. You are the vibrator of your own being. You are the discerner and the decider and the accomplisher of your own point of attraction. And it is so much fun when you deliberately sift through the contrast. Yay, stuff to choose from. You launch a rocket, and even though you can't hold it necessarily the first time, you know you can work your way around to that because there are endless processes to help you do that. And then when you finally accomplish that alignment with what you want, and the energy starts moving, and we love the word momentum. You feel the momentum of forces moving to assist you in the accomplishing of what you want. And this is the most important thing that we want to call your attention to. Because often, as humans, we love you very much. You think you want to launch the desire and you want to get it. Boom, boom, boom. I want to know what I want it, I want to launch it, I want to line up, and I want to get it. And we say, yes, you do, and we want that for you, we want that for you, we want that for you. But we love the process of life. We love the process, the delicious process of choosing, and the delicious process of launching the rocket, and the delicious process of knowing that you're not keenly in alignment with it, or maybe not even close to it. And then the process of deliberately lining up with it. And then the conscious awareness of following your impulses, that intuition, that feeling of flow, that feeling of empowerment, that feeling of walking on air, that feeling of knowing that you can do no wrong, that feeling of all things working out for you, and then the manifestation. Because life is not about wanting and getting it, wanting and getting it, wanting and getting it, wanting and getting it, wanting and getting it. It's about wanting it and making your way to the receiving of it, you see. Sort of like orgasms. Oh, I love you so much. Well, at least you understand that. You say, yeah, let's go. Yeah, that's good. Just hit me. Boom. Over. You know about savoring. What about food? Do you like that intravenous feeding? It's quicker, more efficient. Get all the nutritions. Or do you like to roll it around in your mouth a little bit, you see? We think that you want to savor life. And that's what you came for. You came for the deliciousness of this life, not for the accomplishment of it. You can't stop accomplishing it, but you can get yourself in a vibrational sequence that causes you not to be aware of how blessed you are, or how loved you are, or how worthy you are, or how valuable you are, or how much you are appreciated for your part in this joyous, expanding, co-creative universe. So, we're eager to talk to you about anything. There is nothing off limits.
I guess it's more of guidance than more of a question. Just something I'm currently going through right now. It just seems like a time in my life, it's kind of thinking, what am I here that I, either to hone a craft or as a career?
There's not a specific career that was assigned to you by you or anyone else before you got here. What your plan was to come and just figure out what kinds of things please you. So what kinds of things do please you? Mm-hmm. Do you like mental things or physical things?
More mental.
Do you like co-creating with others?
Yes.
Do you like the synergy that happens when minds on the same subject come together and expand?
Yes.
Is there a specific subject of mental conversation that is more appealing to you than others?
Well, the biggest thing that I've kind of myself found out is
what's
business.
Been ringing your bells? That's really what we're asking. What things through life, and we're not just talking about recently, ring your bells. What things can you remember first or most getting your attention? What made you say, yes, I want to spend time doing that?
Knowledge in business.
In business. So what is it about business that excites you most? Owning one, having one, guiding one, working in one?
Accomplishment.
Accomplishment for the sake of money or for the sake of watching things revolve around the thoughts that you set into motion?
Both.
So you like the idea of focusing and the universe responding to your focus, and you like the tangible evidence of that happening.
Yes.
So is there a particular business that has appealed to you over time, or is any business fine?
Any business is fine. Well, that's what actually...
But what kinds of things ring your bells when you're moving through your days? What things make you say, oh, I could do that. I'd like to do that. Oh, that would be fun. I'd like to do that. What kinds of things pop up in your mind? You want to run a car wash. You want to open a McDonald's. You want to have a golfing range. You want to build houses. You want to clean houses. What kind of businesses We're just throwing random stuff out. We're not picking anything out of your mind. But what things ring your bells?
Well, I'm actually currently self-employed. I have a business of my own, but it doesn't look like it's going to survive.
Well, we're not talking about anything that you are doing. We're talking about the things you want to do. What things? Because a lot of times people are doing what they think they can do, not what they really want to do. They're doing what's most practical or what will pay the rent right now, not what they really want to do. But you ask us some very specific questions, and we want you to know that if you can hook on to some dreams that have been out ahead of you for a while, we're talking about that earlier, that you've got some things that are out ahead of you, and as you start dovetailing into some of that stuff that's out ahead of you, you'll get some momentum going, because we know that through life you put a whole lot in your vortex that you may not even be ready right now to articulate. But the game that we want to play with you is, as you make the effort to articulate it, it will activate a vibration and it will prepare your grid. Are you getting the hang of what we're talking about? That's the way you prepare your grid. These are my 3 favorite businesses. Boom, boom, boom. These are my 3 favorite businesses. Boom, boom, boom.
I can't think about it right now.
Try. When I move around, I love restaurants. Don't want to own one. Sports franchises. Well, see, this is the work. You got to figure out what you want. You know, you're standing in a place that so many people stand. They haven't been trying to figure out what they want because they haven't believed that the universe would yield to them what they want. So they try to figure out what they think they can do, or they try to figure out what they think economics is calling for. In other words, I'll install solar. I think it's going to go big. But we want you to think about the things that thrill you, think about the things that are exciting. It is so much fun to be inside of your own business with ideas coming and then everything necessary come to help you to implement them. But you've got to start with your ideas of what you want and why you want them. So.
But what about money? Because I've noticed even with me, with my current business, and even things that I want to learn extra.
Never, ever go into business for money. Ever.
Well, it's a thing that's stopping me.
Go into business because it pleases you, and if the more it pleases you, the more money will flow to you.
And then I guess the biggest question is, what about the resources or resourcefulness? If you don't have it, how to get it?
Well, because you have all the resources you need. You have the energy that creates worlds backing you up. You're just not utilizing it quite yet because you haven't focused upon what you want. And sometimes when you do focus upon what you want, you don't trust that the universe will yield it to you. But we want you to know that you are all equal, absolutely equal, in the sense that Source is not picking favorites about who they will flow the energy to. You summon the energy through your interest in subjects, and then you allow the energy to flow by practicing your belief about it.
So focus? Focus
and feel. Focus and feel. Esther is in the process of gathering up some gifts. When they are doing cruises, they like to send the fairies of the universe to put things on the beds at night when no one is there, and then they come back and find surprises. It's like the tooth fairy. And she wants easy buttons that say, that was fun, 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 that was fun. That's what we want you to look for through your day. Carry your easy button on your nose. That was fun, that was fun, that was fun. That was fun, that was fun, that was fun, that was fun. Well, that was fun, that was fun, that was really fun, that was fun. That was fun, I like that, that was fun, that was fun, that was fun, I'd like to do that, that was fun, that was fun, that was fun, that was fun. And what you'll begin to discover is what's fun. And if you will then say, universe, I want, that was fun, that was fun, that was fun. I want things that are fun. And by fun, I mean things that stimulate me, things that excite me, things that I'm good at, things that I revel in, things that Source will join me in, things that other people are excited about too. In other words, that was fun, that was fun, that was fun, that was fun, that was fun. Life is supposed to be fun for you, you see. It's supposed to be fun. And when you stand in a moment like you are, trying to contemplate what you should be doing, that's not fun. That's not fun. It's like, what am I doing wrong, or what do I need to do differently, you see? And the only thing that any of you need to do differently is accept your worthiness, accept that Source is orchestrating on your behalf because you've been asking, and accept that it's very small, fine tweaking in order for you to begin to let the evidence in of what you've been asking for. And once you crack that door a little bit, and once the evidence starts showing itself to you, then your notice of it is all it takes to keep it going.